Welcome to Saving the Investor with certified financial planner, investment advisor, and insurance professional Alfie Townsend, president of Advantage Retirement Group.
Welcome to this week's segment of Women of Worth, where we tackle topics for women investors.
Yeah.
Alfie, let's talk about three different challenges that women face. The first one, of course, is we live longer. How do you address that when it comes to investing?
Well, that's a very, very important topic because people are living longer and women live longer than males. And that's just the way it is. And so when a husband and wife, come into our office, a lot of times I feel like the women want to say the husband takes care of everything. Now that's not all the time, but a lot of times that happens. And when that happens, I'll look at both of them and say, listen, you both have to be involved with this, because if we were all born the same day, you're going to outlive your husband and me by 7 years on an average. So we have to take that in consideration. So women, there's challenges there. If you live longer, is that money going to last long? So when we do an income plan, Mary, we have to look at, not just one of them passing, but if one passes, then we have to have this money last 7 more years on an average. So that is a challenge that women face.
On that note too, if someone is married and then their spouse passes away, now they're filing as an individual.
So that's a widow penalty, it's called.
Right. Talk about that.
Yeah. So that means that you don't get to file as joint anymore. So now you're filing as single. Yeah. So that's a big tax hit right there. Right. And then you're going to lose a Social Security. It might be yours or it might be your husband's. You're going to get the higher of the two. So you lose money there too. So you're taxed different. And then you're also going to lose income. It could be a pension. You could get part of your spouse's pension or none of it. So you need to know that. A lot of people that come and marry, they don't know what would happen if their spouse passes because they don't want to get involved with it. But this is the time to get involved. That's what we encourage our clients to understand. So if something happens, you're not like behind the 8 ball.
Right. Absolutely. So another topic of a unique challenge is a lot of times we have less time in the workforce because of raising children or caring for elderly parents. And that's definitely a challenge. How do you help people through that? Unfortunately,
women are still getting paid less than a male for doing the same job. And the reason for it is that they're not in that profession as long. Because, like you said, they're having babies, they're staying at home, so they got out of the workforce, now they're getting back in it. So that's, parents. Right. It seems like as, mom and dad are still living, it's the daughters that take care of their parents, not the sons. Yeah. And that, again, keeps them out of the workforce. So there's some challenges there also.
Absolutely. And then the last one, I think this is a real important one to talk about because we do have control over this. Oftentimes, it's statistically proven that women take less risk than men. So address that.
And that's true in some cases. I've had where, when we do our risk assessment, that definitely, usually the men are definitely more risk takers than their spouse. But sometimes it is reversed, but not too often. So you're right. So in order to get a return to fight inflation, you have to take a little bit of a risk. Now, what I always say is you want to take calculated risks, not unnecessary risks. So if you know that your portfolio can go down a certain percentage, with 95% confident level, if you're okay with that, that's a good thing because that means it could go up when the market goes up more than what you expect because you took a little bit of a risk. As long as the risk is worth taking, it's a good thing.
Alfie, that is fantastic information. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ladies, it's worth your investment of time to meet with Alfie. He'll help get you to and through retirement.
I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's certified financial planner professional. My values are Main Street, not Wall Street. As an independent advisor, I don't work for shareholders, I work for you. If you want a fresh start with a local advisor, give me a call today.